I stepped on 10 pounds of homemade explosive with my right foot. And it was angled in such a way that it bounced me off the building, and which in turn apparently saved my life. They said how I hit the building is the reason why I survived. And within 10 minutes, I was on the bird to Bastion, which is the naval hospital in Afghanistan, where they proceeded to amputate my legs and my right arm.
It was May 5th. I was at work getting ready to come home, and Patty called me and told me the Marine Corps was at the door to come straight home.
I had always been told that if you lost your loved one in the conflict, that they would come to your door. If your loved one was wounded, you would get a phone call. So obviously, my thought process was that I had lost my youngest son.
They had me in a medically induced coma from Germany through 2 weeks into Bethesda. When I woke up, I had both my brothers, my parents, and sister-in-law present to go ahead and welcome me to this new world.
It turned my world upside down, and all I wanted to do was help. You know, that's all I wanted. And the day he came home, I was at his house, and I pretty much spent every day with him that week that he was home. And the last day is when Patty asked me if I would like to be his non-medical assistant. And it took me about an hour of thinking about it, and I sent him a text and I said, tell me when to pack my bags. And I think I flew up the end of that week to come visit.
The rehab started with just a lot of mat work because I had some wounds on my legs that weren't closed yet. Once those were good, they gave me, they socketed my legs for the prosthetics. In our room at the Malone house, I have it's basically a bench that kind of goes in the shower that I sit on. At my parents' house or anyone else's, it's a little more difficult. We usually do like a lawn chair.
It's just frustrating, you know, because he feels like he can't do anything without somebody helping him or being there, and he really can't.
And on some level, it's humiliating. You know, his brother cradling him and carrying him into the house or lifting him to the truck, or, you know, at some point it's almost demeaning, and it just doesn't need to be that way. He needs to have the space and the mobility to get around and do his own thing.
Him having his independence means a lot, because I mean, he is a grown man. You know, he should be able to do what he wants to do and when he wants to do it without having the aid of somebody else, which he can do with the space, you know, if he has the chance to get around.
Well, when I first talked to John for Homes for Our Troops, you know, I didn't even know they existed until I met him at Walter Reed. You know, I was already envisioning having to spend that money for him to live with us because, you know, I figured that was the only option.
With the freedom to be able to move around the house on my own, get to things on my own, I'll be able to actually be more independent when someone isn't there. I'm not cargo anymore with that type of independence. She could go do whatever she needs to do for, you know, the whole day even, and I could just get around the house.
You know, when it happened, I would have never fathomed that there was even organizations like Homes for Our Troops and the other organizations that are out there.
Every single veteran deserves this, every last one of them. I mean, they've gone through so much, you know, they deserve everything. And it does show a lot about our country and how far we've come since Vietnam days, you know, and the respect that we give our guys.
Anytime something like this comes around, I'm just blown away, and something of this magnitude, Homes for Our Troops, giving me a house. I mean, I can't really put that into words, what they're doing for me and my family. It's just, I won't ever be able to do enough to thank them.